Live from the Bud Light Studios, produced by Christian Johnston, with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
You got to hold in a note. Is that the accurate way to say the broadcaster from Telemundo after the second goal yesterday?
He had to do it twice. That was crazy.
Let me tell you, the late Whitney Houston would be impressed with holding that note.
Man.
Man.
U.S. gets it done 2-0 last night against Bosnia. You'll play Belgium this Monday night. Fortunately, without your best goal scorer, it looks like, unless something crazy happens with the FIFA Disciplinary Committee. Apparently, the United States can't appeal this because it's not like a multi-red card based on what I was reading. So a little disappointed there, but that was fun last night. If you watched it, hope you did. Hope you were entertained like we were. Got a chance to do something you never done before, win 2 knockout games Monday night.
So you're into the Sweet 16, to put it in basketball terms. Belgium, like you said. And that's Monday. Do we know the game time yet?
Oh,
I know they're going to Seattle, which all these games have been L.A., Seattle, San Francisco last night, going back to Seattle. Why is all of it on the West Coast?
Beats me.
I guess because they don't want to travel the team across the country in the off day. I don't know.
7 o'clock.
Okay, seems like the rest of the country is getting a little, getting cheated a little bit on having that feel of having your team, the home country team, in your city or in your region of the country. Glad you're here. We're getting ready. It feels like Friday for us, and probably for a lot of you as well. A lot of you last work day of the week, headed into the holiday weekend. We're glad you are here with us. We're brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. A lot of us are going to be thinking about the things that we want to do here over these next few days, and whether it's the end of a long day like today, whether you're out on the water, on the trails, or just relaxing on your own this weekend, Farm Credit of Western Arkansas is here to help you get a little more time for you and your loved ones. Visit myaglender.com and stop by any of their 25 locations today and see how they can help make your free time feel even better. Does it feel like Friday to you guys?
Yes, considering we're off tomorrow, so yeah, it definitely feels like Friday. Another 3-day weekend, which is nice. I think people just in the opportunity to get a chance to see friends or family. It's the 250th anniversary of the U.S. It'd be pretty cool if the U.S. continued on this run that they have thus far in the World Cup. Hot dogs, hamburgers. We'll get into the chips. What do you think Arkansas's chip is, according to research?
The chip here,
that you have the
like
most
purchase at the grocery store.
At the grocery store, yes.
Gosh, I don't know. I'm going to go with a nacho cheese Dorito. That probably isn't right.
Well, it's under the Lay's brand. So
okay.
Lay's is apparently the Arkansas chip.
That's like 9th on my list. Just plain regular old Lay's.
Well, it's under the Lay's, I think, brand is how they've got the
it's good with salsa.
Yeah, Cape Cod brand, the Kettle brand, Boulder Canyon, Pringles. I don't know what Utz is, and other.
Utz is good.
Lay's is got a variety of chips, obviously, and Doritos under Frito-Lay, right?
Hang on, I'll go get a bag in the kitchen.
See if it has the Frito-Lay logo.
I think that's correct.
So that's evidently that's the Arkansas one, according to this the civic science. I think was the research that did a part of it, or the part of it getting paired with your burgers or hot dogs or whatever else you consume this weekend. All right, we'll get into more of the U.S. game coming up. Rory McIlroy was sporting his green jacket at Wimbledon. We'll talk about that and where you wear yours if you did so. SEC Michael Brad's going to join us coming up at 10 a.m. We're going to do our Fitzman Friday picks a day early since we're off tomorrow. Hog News, DVH is going to another Hall of Fame. Congrats to the Arkansas head baseball coach. We can talk a little bit of college and NFL comparisons this morning as well when we get into our SEC update. Evidently, 21 of 50 states prefer college football over the NFL, and most of those were from the SEC, and Arkansas, I would think, is on that list. I have a few friends that favor the National Football League over college, but they don't live in Arkansas anymore. They live in big cities like Dallas or Atlanta or Chicago or whatever, where it's more heavily NFL-centric when you go to those places.
Yeah, so, just some cities just have that feel and are more equipped for it. We're talking about the World Cup just a second ago, staying out on the West Coast. I mean, um, when I think of soccer, maybe I should. Maybe it's showing my ignorance on it, but Seattle doesn't feel like the place where the mecca of soccer would be in our country.
They've got a really good contingency. The sounds have been good for a while. I'm like you. It's like you're almost. And I'm going to be honest. I know that the United States is probably going to end up, if they win Monday night, they'll probably play either Portugal or Spain. I think is what the setup is. But I kind of like, it's almost like you're not letting the rest of the United States experience it firsthand like Los Angeles and Seattle and Santa Clara have. It's not, I think you're doing a disservice. And I think the finals in MetLife, right? If I remember that correctly, in New York. But I feel like as you're talking about, guys, it's almost a disservice to all these other soccer fans across the United States. But at the same time, I get where you're going from. You don't want to fly the team everywhere.
Yeah, I don't understand it all. It's just an observation I've made. I know a lot of you are going to be on the move this weekend. Take us along with the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. If you're going to make a road trip, you can cruise through the Taco Bell and a roadside stop near you. Get something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy. But no matter where you're at, listen to shows on demand, listen to shows live, listen to Ruskin and Zach or Halftime with Alyssa Orange later today as you're making your travel plans all come together. It's the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell.
Ryan in Prairie Grove, that soccer announcer dude gets me fired up when I have no idea what I'm watching. Have you figured out the rules yet? Like, did you notice in the two offsides goals that Pulisic and I think it was Blaga that scored.
You can't have someone. You can't have you can't have a player pass the ball, right? That's offsides, right? You can't have one of your offensive players ahead of where the ball is at, or is it two?
Not the opposing defense.
That's what I mean. That's what I guess I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You can't get behind the coverage.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like football where your wide receiver could just outrun the safety and catch one wide open. That's kind of, I guess, what I'm doing a poor job of wording. But you can't get past the defender and just be no one between you and the goal other than the goalie.
I don't pretend to be a rules expert when it comes to soccer, but I grew up playing, so I have a pretty good idea. But it's funny when you watch Olympic sports and there's certain ones that you have no idea how the point system works or various things, and you're kind of learning on the fly. That's kind of what's happening here because there's more and more people that are watching this game. There was a report out there, I don't know if it was Forbes or who, maybe it was Sports Business Journal, that said if the United States somehow, some way made a World Cup final, that it would average 50 million plus viewers, which is Super Bowl type numbers. So it'd be pretty cool, and a little less than that, but it would be pretty cool to see this team continue to win and continue to have success.
I would agree with that you'd have, pretty amazing numbers. I don't know, because those games are usually on a Sunday, right? It's the World Cup final. If I remember correctly, I think you'd have a pretty large audience for that. It would be appointment TV for me, without question.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the U.S. keeps
Most
winning.
patriotic nation in the country.
I think it would be bigger than, I don't know what the numbers were when we played the USSR in Lake Placid, but it'd be a similar type moment. Now, gonna be lucky to get past Belgium from all I've read.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you don't have your best player. Like, it's just like
We'll see what the final decision is. Potential game-changing moment.
After review, the number 20 United States committee serious foul.
Yeah, it's going to be a red card.
The final decision is red card.
Wow.
Balogun did the same thing Messi did, and Messi didn't get a red card.
Red card means you're gone for the next game, too?
Yeah, and then, again...
And they had to play that game 10 on 11 for the last however many minutes.
Yeah, 27 minutes. And they still...
You were up 2-0 or 2-0, but...
No, up 1-0. They had that
one, I guess that's right. But, one thing I really enjoyed, though, good on Fox and good on the announcers to shut their mouths, be quiet, and let Country Roads play last night when the match was over. You felt like the cameras were on the field with the players. You could hear the crowd there at Levi Stadium. You could, I don't want to say it felt like sitting in my living room. I was in that stadium, but I'm glad that they didn't continue to yap on and ruin the moment. That was a great piece of broadcasting just to be quiet.
They've done so. England's chant or their song is Wonderwall. The United States is Country Roads by John Denver. I know there's a few others that have been played, but the country's fans that have attended have really gotten into it. And also, in addition to the broadcasters, good on the players from the coach down. Like, they are jumping up and down, giving the crowd something to cheer for. So yeah, it's been a fun and entertaining aspect after the game thus far. You mentioned appointment TV. If the U.S. makes the World Cup final, are you going to watch any of Wimbledon this weekend?
Oh, yeah. Now, the Wimbledon used to be where you get to the finals of Wimbledon on 4th of July weekend, and you'd watch those matches early in the morning that weekend, but it's not quite that way anymore. I think they've pushed it back a little bit. But Wimbledon's kind of like the Masters. I mean, it's same place. It's the grass courts. It's I can't get with bowing to the Queen and the King and all that stuff. But other than that, I think it's about as tradition rich as anything in sports.
Well, Rory sported his Masters jacket this week.
Rory, what a beautiful jacket. Is that a Masters jacket? Must be. Yeah. Round of applause for Rory for Masters, please. I want that jacket. I'll play you. This jacket for that jacket. We play tennis. No golf. Oh, but, I want to thank them, obviously, for being present. I know they arrived early and stayed all day. Thank you, guys. It really means a lot seeing you here.
Put your hands together for vintage Novak Djokovic.
This is the opening drive.
Says here at the end, Novak Djokovic was the one that was talking to Rory when he was on the court this week. I just thought that was cool. Would you sport it all the time if you want it, or is that thing just going up on your mantle on a case? Just a little bit of both.
Well, generally it doesn't leave the club.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So having it out in public is generally reserved for the champion for 1 year. And then the jacket returns to Augusta National and remains there. So generally to see champions with their green jacket on off property past the 1 year of them winning it, you don't see. So no, I mean, you won't hang it on a mantle. It's not the actual trophy, but it's considered the trophy because it's probably the most symbolic thing with the Masters. But yeah, they let me, I'd wear it in the shower.
Yeah. So. Patrick Reed, I remember, was videoed in a Chick-fil-A drive-through with it. And I've seen there's been other guys that have been, but the clarification you just put, because I always thought, it's like, I didn't think you could bring it out, but I guess it's as you said, the champion after 1 year, and then it goes back to the clubhouse. And Roy's got 2 of them now, and we'll see how many more he has.
Yeah, and that career Grand Slam as well. All right, we're going to do our Fenceman Friday picks. That's the opening drive. It's brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is the number. Call APAC, and they can help you with top-quality aggregates like rock, sand, gravel, of course, ready-mix concrete and asphalt as well. You need help planning the job or getting all the logistics and just checking the boxes. They can help you with their complete construction consultant services as well. 479-587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
All right, so do you feel confident in being able to pick just some stuff around soccer? Do you feel like you've watched enough to?
Oh, I can pick. I don't know if I'm going to be right, but I can pick. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
We got one. I put one MLB game down. The Cardinals at the Braves, but I feel like we're more World Cup centric right now.
Sure.
So we'll get into that here on our Fenceman Friday picks.
Fenceman Friday picks. Call the Fenceman for all kinds of fences, controlled access, and custom iron projects. 479-782-3936. The Fenceman. We ain't afraid of no work.
All right, doing this a day early. Fenceman Thursday picks as we welcome in Brandon. Brandon, did we watch the game last night? Did we watch the United States take down Bosnia?
I did not catch the game last night. I know I'm lame for that one. I didn't
Ty, you just going to leave out Herzegovina, you know?
You say it again?
Herzegovina?
Okay. Herzegovina.
Yeah.
Intentionally, yes. Are we going to watch Monday night, Brandon?
Yes, sir, we are.
All right. Well, they will play Belgium at 7 o'clock on Fox. Do they advance for the first time and win 2 knockout games in the World Cup, Tommy? I guess, actually, I think they did in the 30s, but it's It's basically been 100 years.
Well, do I want
to be patriotic or
try to be right?
Not having their best score.
Do I want to go Ty Richardson and I want to pick just so people will like me, or do I want to pick and try to be right? That's the question here. Because everything I've read says Belgium wins the game. I don't know enough about it, but I'm going to pick the good old United States of America. If I'm wrong, so be it.
All right, Brandon, what do we think? Monday night, Fox, 7 p.m.
Yeah, we can't pick against them this weekend, right?
I'm not going to pick against the Americans on our 250th birthday. No way.
There's no way.
All right. I guess I'm going to sound patriotic as well and take them 2-1 on. I don't know how they're going to do it, but hopefully Pulisic plays out of his mind and the rest of the guys.
Do you need a score too?
You can give me one if you want.
3-1 Americans.
3-1. Brandon?
We'll go 2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Does somehow, some way, FIFA do the right thing and let Balogun play Monday night?
No, they're not.
They should.
The FIFA Disciplinary Committee, which apparently this is in front of right now, that is the only one that have power to change and overturn this.
I'm going to say no, but you know, if Fox and the TV people have a say, they'll have them in there.
Yeah.
So,
Brandon?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll.
I hope you're right. I don't think he plays. They need him desperately, but I don't think he does. All right, well, so without him, guys, who do we like to score? I mentioned Pulisic, and I think Gio Reyna comes off the bench and scores for him at some point.
Well, Pulisic's the biggest name, so I feel like I would be wrong if I didn't say him. He's the star, so give me the star of the show.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the same way. I mean, you have to.
All right, so the teams that they could play include like Portugal and Croatia and Spain and Austria if they advance past this. Guys, who do we like between Portugal and Croatia?
Well, if I get a vacation in one of those two places, I'm going to Croatia.
We're going to Croatia.
So I think I'm going to just go Croatia.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to pick against Ronaldo, and I'll also go with Croatia in this one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pick Portugal. We got to go with Ronaldo.
Okay. Spain and Austria? The Spaniards or the Austrians, Tommy?
Austria.
That'd be nice. That would help the U.S. out.
Yeah.
I'll go Spain just because I think it's going to happen. They don't look great, but I'll go Spain in this one, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Spain in this one as well.
All right, Cardinals at the Braves. Last one here on our Fence-Man Friday / Pseudo Thursday picks.
Well,
Tommy, who do you like in the Braves and the Cardinals, your two favorite teams?
Look to see who's pitching on this, but I'll take the Cardinals. They've been my team and hadn't been great as of late, but a little uptick. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is in Atlanta, by the way.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals.
I'll take the home team to take it down. They're 50-34 on the year, 6-15 tonight. I'm going to take the Braves to win this series, Brandon.
Yep, I think I'm going to go with the Braves as well at home.
All right.
All right, that's our Fence-Man Friday picks. It feels like Friday. It's Thursday. Brandon, happy 250, America 250. I know we're all celebrating. What's the Fence-Man got going on this weekend?
Oh, the Fence-Man is everybody's going out and doing their own thing. Even Sean's out on vacation today.
All right, so
we're just closing down tomorrow, and we'll be closed over the weekend. But
well, next week you'll be ready. 782-3936. People can call, ask for you, ask for Brandon. You'll come out yourself, and you give them a special discount.
Yes, sir. Call and ask for me and say you heard me on ESPN, and I'll give you a 10% up to $500 discount.
All right, 782-3936, Northwest Arkansas, Eastern Oklahoma, the River Valley. If you're listening to us, the Fence-Man can be on his way to you. Happy 4th of July weekend, Brandon, and we will talk to you next Friday.
Yes, sir. You guys keep all your fingers and everything over the weekend.
All right, the Fence-Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
You know, that PSA is more important than you think, because I have had a buddy that's lost a finger with fireworks. It's
who was the linebacker for the Giants? Pierre?
Oh yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah,
good pull.
Pierre-Paul. He blew his finger, I think, with a firework. So
yeah, it's not one of those, not one of the things to be trifled with. Make sure the fuse is long, and make sure you're not doing the bottle rocket fights or the Roman candle wars. Even though it looks fun, it's not good for you. Yeah. Something bad could happen.
Hey, if you're in Northwest Arkansas, make the move. ESPN 93.7, all your favorite shows, and now a bigger, better signal for you. In Benton and Washington County, make the move now to ESPN 93.7 in Northwest Arkansas.
All right, Hog Update coming up in just a bit. DVH, a part of another Hall of Fame. Malik Thomas's contract is out. It's a former Razorbacks birthday we'll get into, and Ryan Silverfield got another commitment as well for the football team. They're nearly at 25 now for this class of 2027 here on July the 2nd. So I know he was happy about that before the 4th, Tommy, to get that done.
Yeah, and right on pace, talking with Richard Davenport earlier this week. Seems like they're right on pace for where they need to be this time of the year.
Yep. We'll talk more of this U.S. as they defeat Bosnia last night. They play Belgium again 7 o'clock on Monday night, plus a few other things to get into as well. The Morning Rush continues on with your Hog Update as we keep it going here on a Thursday. ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com.
Call or text the Morning Rush at 877-377-6960.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Kevin Hart here to tell you all about Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. Hey guys, I kind of feel like you're chopping off my head a little bit. I'm the money. Don't forget that. It's spicy, balanced with a sweet and tangy citrus touch that makes everything taste even better. And the best part is it comes with. I kind of still feel like you ain't got all of me. The best part is it comes with anything on the Cantina menu. So you better try it before it's gone.
New jalapeno citrus salsa, the sauce with more main character energy than Kevin Hart.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
If your Razorback closet needs an upgrade, the University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you are looking for. Only at Roback.com. They have brand new Arkansas hoodies and polos that are selling fast. Go to Roback.com to check out their new apparel. That's Roback.com. RHOBACK.com. Use the code RUSH26 for 20% off your first order. Roback, where action meets comfort.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they love the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
So I had pain in my feet for a good 20 years.
It felt like I was standing on marbles.
Something wasn't working with my feet. Was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis.
If your feet aren't comfortable, the rest of the body suffers.
So I went into the Good Feet store and bam. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support.
You put in the arch supports. To me, it was almost miraculous.
It really brought me back to being able to be me.
I can run, I can walk. This is not something that you could solve online.
Reclaim the good life with the free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
Been proud to serve the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas. We're thankful for the freedoms that make it possible to serve our neighbors every day. Located on 17 acres at the junction of I-40 and I-49 in Alma, Crabtree RV Center is truly your one-stop shop with sales, service, and parts all at one convenient location. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 75 years.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
Is it time for you to finally get the barn, hunting lodge, barn dominium, or garage you always wanted? Sutherland's is here to help. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. When you choose to work with us, you can expect top quality, expertise, and peace of mind, knowing that Sutherland's will do whatever it takes to get the building you've always wanted. For a free quote, call 1-800-66-BARNS. Free estimates at Sutherland's.com. For over 100 years, Sutherland's has been helping folks build it better. No matter the project, we're here to help. Because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
You know your business. I know the fans. Together, we're a championship roster. In Arkansas, loyalty is everything, and nobody connects with the Razorback faithful like our team here at ESPN Arkansas and HitThatLine.com. When you partner with us at ESPN Arkansas, you're not just buying airtime. You're gaining trusted voices that talk to your customers every single day. I'm Ty Richardson. Let's grow your business together, both on air and through digital avenues. Become a partner at ESPN Arkansas. Email ty.richardson@HitThatLine.com to start your campaign today.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Darren McFadden goes 73 yards. And Allen has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs, please.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
ARKNSAS.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Congratulations to Dave Van Horn, who's been selected and to be a part of the ABCA Hall of Fame in Chicago. His induction is going to take place this upcoming January in the class of 2027. Tommy, I know you were talking about development earlier this week. 75 of his former players have been picked in the top 10 rounds of the MLB draft since he got here in 2003.
You know, you think about, I don't know where the top 10 rounds of a Major League Baseball draft compare to now 2 rounds of a NBA draft, but you compare the legacy of player development and pro players between John Calipari and Dave Van Horn, and I'm not sure which one you come out as has the better legacy in that regard. And neither one are done. But you stop and think about those 2 coaches and what they've done. Cal's always about changing families and helping families with that life-changing money. Dave Van Horn's done a lot of that too. I know there's more rounds and more opportunity, but the players that actually make it to the big show, it's been pretty incredible what he's done across the more than a quarter century.
Yeah, no question about it. So congrats to him, another Hall of Fame he's a part of. Also, congrats to Malik Thomas. Signed a new contract or I guess his first contract, NBA-wise, with the Cavs. Over $9 million, 6.4 of it's guaranteed. What do you think Malik's first purchase is going to be?
Oh, I don't know. What do you think he'd be into? A lot of these guys want a vehicle, but hey, with NIL money, they've already made their first purchase. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you say your first purchase, it's not like you went from eating ramen noodle at college to, making the money in the pros.
It's a little different than it was, I guess, 6 years ago, definitely. Keeping your Hog Update going. Happy birthday, Isaiah Joe. I know we were joking about it before the show. He played Pinehurst number 2 recently, and he didn't get an invite, Zay. Come on, man. What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be there's a lot of courses there at Pinehurst to play, but 2's the one of note. But I know his golf game is priority for him during the offseason. I just wonder, has he been to Detroit yet since the trade? Is he? I don't know how that works when you're traded like he was. if you're drafted, you show up and you do press conferences and you do all that. I don't know if you go and, have an orientation or not. So
that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that either. Last day, Rod Silverfield gets another commitment, number 24, a 3-star defensive back, Rashad Silver, out of Georgia. Apparently, Georgia wanted him, and so got an offer from him and able to pluck him out of Georgia, at least committed to this point, not signed. So nearly 25 guys that Coach has gotten for this 27 class.
Yeah, so good for them. I mean, it's good to see progress and something positive to talk about as well with that football program. All right, that is your Hog Update brought to you by the Inn at the Mill. 479-443-1800 is the number. 443-1800. Traveling this weekend, or maybe got a weekend getaway that you're planning, or business travel, looking for a place to stay in Northwest Arkansas. The Inn at the Mill is the spot we always stay. Spacious, oversized suites, convenient location just off I-49 at the Johnson exit, close to everything you need to do, or places you want to eat, or games you want to attend in Northwest Arkansas. 479-443-1800. Call Jennifer and the staff right now at Inn at the Mill, or find them online at innatthemill.com.
All right, you got your fireworks.
Yeah.
Our coworker Jen got her fireworks. Thank
Okay.
you, Super Sam's and Brad. I know Larry can't shoot them off at the dealership, but Larry Rath Auto Resources, Rath Mitsubishi. Larry, are we getting fireworks? Are we watching fireworks? What's the plan this weekend?
Oh, I'm sure we'll watch a few fireworks, but what we're really excited about is the Rath Big Ass 10K summer giveaway. If you can say all that, we're giving away $10,000.
Woo!
All you got, right? Can you believe that? I can't believe it. The guys made this decision, not me, obviously, but we're giving this money back to the customers that help support and promote our business. We're really excited about it. All you got to do is come into either one of the dealerships. You can go to the websites, either one of the websites for all the official rules and whatever, but you're going to want to get in on that. I mean, $10,000, that's a big deal. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, just kind of our way of paying back and also growing our business. Right now, our business is really growing. It's just a great time to help our customers and our friends and make sure that they get rewarded for promoting our business. So anyway, we're really excited about that, along with all the other great things going on. We've got the biggest selection of road-ready certified cars we've had in a long time. And these road-ready certified cars are hand-picked. They're reconditioned in our Meineke Car Care Center, and they're covered by a comprehensive warranty. You can't buy a better used car. Voted best of the best in River Valley the last couple of years. We're really excited about that. It really is a great way to drive better in a road-ready certified car from Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith or Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Lots of exciting things going on up there, too, at the Mitsubishi store. Big lineup of new Mitsubishis, a big selection, under $30,000 for brand-new cars. Mitsubishi Outlander Sports, Mitsubishi Eclipse Crosses. We got a good selection of those, and you can step all the way up into a third-row seat Outlander for just slightly over $30,000. So we've got the best value proposition on the best covered cars in America at the Mitsubishi store. So lots of great things going on, but the big news is the Rath Big Ass 10K summer giveaway. Folks, come in and register today. Go online, find out all the rules. Come in and see us, and we're going to have a good time this 4th of July weekend at Rath Auto Resources.
Man, 10K, that's a lot. That's a lot of fireworks, a lot of other things, a lot of fishing lures, Larry. I think that's
what it is. It's a lot of anything, absolutely.
Well, man, get to it. Enjoy your weekend. Excited to see who wins that 10K.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. We're excited about it, too. And folks, come and see us.
All right, we got our Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back here on a Thursday. We got a good one, Tommy?
Yes.
Okay, good one cooked up. Here's we get ready for 4th of July weekend. That when we come back on the Morning Rush. Man, up your world like the 4th of July.
This is the Morning Rush.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong?
I'm Tim Shepard. I'm running for Washington County Judge. People come to Washington County for a reason, to raise a family, build a future, and enjoy the beauty of a place we call home. No matter how long you've lived here, we all want the same things: safe communities, responsible growth, and leaders who get things done. I'm Tim Shepard. I'll work every day to keep Washington County the best place to live, work, raise a family, and call home. I'd appreciate your vote November 3rd.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tim Shepard, Washington County Judge.
I'm Wendy Howerton, and I'm running for circuit judge here in Washington-Madison County. I've been practicing here for 20 years, representing people just like you, and every day matters. It's going to be justice for all. Everyone there is going to have a voice, and all those people who don't have a voice, they're going to have one in my courts. And I'm going to apply the law evenly, impartially, like it should be. I'm here to protect all your constitutional rights, because they've never been more important than they are now.
Paid for by the Howerton campaign.
60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower with 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Xavier Sorey stepped in front of the receiver, picks off the pass, and the Hogs are in business again.
This is the Morning Rush.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
When I'm in the mood for something sweet and hot, do I wait hoping my husband walks in dressed in tight tennis shorts and a dozen roses? No. I hit Hardee's for the new made-from-scratch hot honey biscuit. That crispy chicken, that hot honey, and that sweet prize. Just $3.99 for a limited time. Or that hand-breaded hot honey chicken sandwich with crispy bacon and melted Swiss on a brioche bun. Hardee's new hot honey menu. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle, available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you want a fireworks display that will have your kids thinking you're the coolest parent in town? Then listen up. Hey, this is Coach Olenek, but you can call me Doug. I'm one of the co-founders of Fat Boys Fireworks in Van Buren, along with my friend Dwayne Froud. We have the largest kids table in the area with all the novelty kid stuff. Come see what we mean at 5524 Highway 59 North in Figure 5, Arkansas. People tell us all the time, I wish I would have come to Fat Boys first. Fireworks, basically.
Oh, look, this spring, you're organizing closets, decluttering drawers, and maybe even scrubbing places no one will ever look. But here's a thought. Why not declutter your internet, too? If your shows keep buffering, your games lag, or your video calls freeze, that's digital clutter, and you don't have to live with it. Switch to Wave Rural Connect Fiber for fast, reliable internet that keeps your home running clean and clear all season long. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Passionate about sports? If yes, let's take that passion and put it to work growing your business. I'm Rita Newton with ESPN Arkansas, and I help people like you that own businesses connect them with our avid and loyal sports listeners through the power of radio with sharing your words, plus offering digital solutions. Whether you need more customers or more traffic on your website, I am your girl. So email me at rita.newton@hitthatline.com or call me at 479-353-1242. One email or one call away to working on a business plan to help you grow your business.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
4 times since 1994, the USA soccer team has made it to the round of 16. I know the format's a little bit different in this World Cup compared to some of the previous years. In 2002, they made it to the quarterfinals. What would it mean to you? Where would it rank in sports memories or meaningful events in your sports life if the USA team could find their way through to at least the finals? What would that mean to you? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question. Now, in 1930, FIFA recognizes them as finishing third, but it was a whole different deal back then. But really, you've been a non-factor on the world stage. 02 is your best finish ever, 4 times in the round of 16. If you could just get to the finals in your homeland in the World Cup, what would it mean to you personally? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question brought to you by CarPass.
Well, you think about how many countries outside of us pride themselves on having incredible soccer lineage and great players over the years and legends that have come through. And you've got even former U.S. national guys that are like, yeah, they can't win. They can't do it. It's like we're at home. It's the 250th year of our country. I would think that adds a ton of significance to them potentially getting to the championship in New York. In terms of, like, I don't know, I go back and forth between Arkansas memories and the United States. There's probably a few Arkansas memories I would treasure a little bit more, but it'd definitely be top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely be up there.
It would. I can't say it would be in my top 5 because I'm not, I'm not the soccer aficionado or have a love for the sport the way you and people, younger than me generally do. So, but just from a USA standpoint, I mean, I wasn't old enough to really understand or remember beating the Russians in '80 in Lake Placid, but it was on home soil. It meant a lot, and it's still talked about today. Now, Michael's made the moment even more memorable for generations. It's got to be somewhere in the top 10. It's got to happen first, but if you could get there and find a way to believe in miracles again, to borrow the phrase, it might be a top 2 or 3, sports moment all of our lifetime.
You mentioned the Take Me Home on the broadcast. So everyone that I've talked to, it's been a gradual buildup, right?
Mm-hmm.
There have been guys and gals that didn't watch the first game, didn't watch the second game, might have watched a little of the third, maybe watch more. Brandon, for example, he didn't watch last night. He's going to watch Monday night. It's a gradual, like, increase of not just viewership and audience, but interest. And so I think that will continue to grow as long as they keep winning. There will be more and more people that want to be a part of what could be one of the significant moments. And U.S. just beating Canada, that was huge. Jack Hughes doing it for the first time since 1980. So I would think that this is just going to continually get bigger and bigger, assuming they can get by Belgium Monday night.
So you're 4 wins away from winning the World Cup at this point?
16-8, 4-2, yep.
How big a deal is this red card? Does that make it impossible? Does this make it impossible?
It would make it impossible, but, like, I'm trying to think of what the equivalent would be. It would be the equivalent of Darius getting suspended last year before a round of 32 game against High Point. And Belgium's better than High Point.
Belgium, it might be more like a Sweet 16 game.
Yeah, Sweet 16 game. And it would be like, and we got a better chance to beat Belgium than we did against Arizona this last year. But it's pretty, it's your best score. He's got 3 goals in 4 games. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but he's your best scorer by a country mile. So yeah, it's a pretty stinking big deal. But if you know what it would do? Kind of like the Missouri game when Cal sat Darius out and the team rallied and won that game, I think in OT, it would kind of be like, all right, so we need this guy to win. Everyone knows that. We're better with him on the floor. in Balogun's case, were better with him on the field. But it would prove to the rest of the guys, like, hey, we can do this too. I think there's maybe some equivalence there. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. I know Christian and Nate really excited about what's going on in the month of July. What do you keep your thermostat at?
In the morning, a little cooler right now, about 69 degrees right now.
Okay, Christian, what do you keep yours at?
And between 67 and 69 usually.
Okay, well, they keep theirs at 68 degrees. Cost them $600 last month, but it's worth it. You know why? Because they want you to be in a comfortable environment at Cart Pass Social, whether it's 95 outside or if it's raining, whatever's going on. You can play golf at one of 1,000+ different golf courses at Cart Pass Social. Summer membership still going on through September, starting at just $200 a month. $200 a month, cartpasssocial.com. It is always BYOB at Cart Pass Social.
Tony in Greenwood has texted in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Good question. We were talking earlier in the show about everything being on the West Coast, and he was wondering, and this makes good sense, are they playing on the West Coast so that America can play not under the lights, because there hadn't been any games under the lights, play in the daytime or in the sunlight in prime time. So obviously the West Coast is where you would have to do that. So that might be part of it. Is there some kind of aversion or trying to avoid playing underneath the lights? Is there a reason you wouldn't want to play at night?
I don't know. Maybe you had the advantage because of how hot it is, but some of the countries you play, it's pretty hot too. I don't know. Maybe the guys are used to it. Big C, can you think of anything? I don't know if I'm the person to ask.
Opposed to playing at night, I mean, yeah, I can't. Not off the.
I don't know. I mean, they're playing all these games on the West Coast. Obviously, they won't play in prime time, and they did get to play the entire match in daylight there. But and we all got to watch as our days was over. It makes sense in a lot of ways, but the West Coast, it's 5 o'clock too when you're starting the match as well.
Some people can watch it on TV and not, go to bed.
It is nice. 7 o'clock Central is a great time to start a sporting event, in my opinion. Whether it's on the Eastern time zone at 8 or on the Pacific time zone at 5. I love a sporting event starting at 7. 8's too late. 6 is too early. 7 o'clock is just perfect.
Just right.
Yeah.
It's Goldilocks.
Jason asking, is it morning in Europe? What's the time difference?
Well, from here to Scotland, I can tell you it's 6 hours. So the west coast of Europe, 6 hours. So if it was 7, it'd be 1 o'clock there. It doesn't matter. They're shutting down whatever they got to do to watch soccer.
Yeah, no, you're exactly
in
right.
Europe.
Here they're drinking really late or they're drinking really early.
They don't care.
That's the way of most of them over there. Ellis says it doesn't matter if there's a ball rolling, being kicked, thrown, or tossed around. Count me in. So I guess he's bought in to the United States in this. Tommy, I don't know if you saw this. This is notable news concerning the Waltons. Lucas Walton, who's a Walmart heir, and his wife Samantha are now minority owners with the Chicago Bulls. I was reading this on KNWA. They're going to have 10% stake in the team. According to Forbes, his net worth. Any idea what his net worth is?
Oh, that generation probably in the low billions.
43 billion.
43 billion, yeah.
As of yesterday.
Lower billions compared to his aunts and uncles.
That is what his estimate is. His uncle, you mentioned Rob, we know it, purchased the Denver Broncos in 22. And I didn't know this too. He actually owns a stake in the Diamondbacks as well. I saw people commenting on this. It's like, now if only they had that level of interest with the Arkansas football team.
You just need one. I mean, you just need one of those folks that you'd think there'd be one of these generations growing up that's worth only $40 billion that would just take a slight interest.
I've always said that Doug McMillon is the key to doing this, the former CEO of Walmart, the guy that got a chance to take Jessica Alba to U.S. Pizza and then do her first Razorback basketball game. If only Doug could convince one of his former bosses, hey, you need to come to this game with me. And I'm not to say that they haven't been to a game or two before, but just that one magical night against, let's say, Tennessee this fall, and they upset them, and you get lucky, and it's like, all right, I want to be a part of this. And again, they are.
If I was worth $43 billion, man, I'd be throwing money.
But this is about as flashy as the Waltons get. They build museums. They buy interest in sports franchises. They don't do a ton of what I'd call flashy stuff. And I think it's, you've seen the publicity that John Tyson's received off of his generosity with the basketball program. They're not generally spotlight people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do a lot of good things and create jobs and do a lot of wonderful things for the community. The new gondolas up there for the bike trails in Bella Vista. But they're not ones to generally, think about it. Who's of that group, who seeks publicity? I mean, if I had $40 billion, I don't need any publicity.
Yeah.
Gavin says. And I think they kind of shy away from some of it because they don't want the publicity.
Yeah, you're right. What's the old phrase? If you really have money, you don't need to flash it or show it.
Yeah.
I think in some of those cases,
you'll know that I hit the lottery or got some real money when my cell phone no longer works, and when you finally get the number, someone else answers it.
Gavin and Fayetteville, if Doug can get Jessica Alba to join them for a game, I think there's a better chance to convince them to. Oh man, I remember like when that happened, when she came to, I forget who they played that night or that day. But I had a buddy that texted me, and I was just like, he goes, I think Jessica Alba was just at U.S. Pizza. Now, there's more people that come through Fayetteville and Bentonville than we even realize because of all the connections to Walmart. But it was funny because she posted after the game, and everyone's like, we just gained the best Razorback fan ever. Jessica Alba just became an Arkansas fan.
You want to know what's going on? Make friends with the people that work at the private airports.
Good point.
That's how you know who's in town, is the people that work at what they call the FBO at Drake Field or in Benton County. There's a couple of them. That's who knows who's in town, is who's coming in, the fixed base operations, the private airports. That's who's got their pulse on this kind of stuff.
Okay. I've got a buddy at XNA, but I don't have a buddy at the
No, XNA ain't going to do it. These people don't fly commercial. They come in other means. How they get here. Hey, we're talking about the Americans in Belgium playing on Monday. I was looking at the Bet Saracen app. All the World Cup odds are there. Any guess right now on how the betting lines are for that game? Money line and over under.
I mean, Belgium's got to be the favorite, right?
Plus 175 for Belgium.
Wow.
USA plus 155.
Okay. All right. So you're slightly
a draw plus 250. So. Over-under on goals 2.5. So check it all out. All the World Cup, Major League Baseball, Cardinals, Braves, all that this weekend. Available now on the Bet Saracen app, Arkansas's only local sports betting app.
Hour 2 coming up next. Michael Bratton, SEC Mike, is up.
Fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as one day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro Drive off Rogers Avenue? Step inside and check out the Pradco store within a store, where you can create something truly one of a kind. Pick from iconic lure shapes like the Booyah One Knocker or the Bandit 100, to name only a few. And have it custom autographed just the way you want it. It's fun, it's personal, and it's only at the brand new Bass Pro Outpost. Swing by today and make your own custom lure.
This is the Morning Rush.
When it comes to what's in your bag, size matters. Only Hardee's lets you choose from full-size favorites. Charbroiled, hand-breaded, hot and melty, plus fries and a drink in our original bag. And all starting at just $5.99. Well, guess price matters too. Hardee's original bag, starting at $5.99. Because hard work deserves more than a teeny bag and an empty wallet. Price may vary. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid with any other offer, discount, or combo.
250 years, America has been a story of courage, innovation, and possibility. From generation to generation, we've worked, dreamed, and built together, guided by freedom. This year, we honor our past, embrace our future, and look ahead with pride. Happy 250th America. This message courtesy of Old Fort Cards and Collectibles, West Ark Plumbing and Drain Cleaning, Golden Gym Pond, and Eastside Liquor.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Did your vehicle get some dents and dings during the recent hailstorms? If so, you don't have to wait months to get it repaired. Evans Body Shop has appointments available now. Our on-site paintless dent repair team is ready to work for you. As always, we offer a lifetime warranty on our painted and paintless dent repair and a complimentary interior detail. Check out our Facebook and website for before and after pictures, reviews, and more. Call or come in today for your appointment, and you'll see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, just an outside chance of a shower or storm across the north. Otherwise, lots of sunshine. A high will be into the lower 90s. Clear to partly cloudy skies, mid-70s tonight. And then Friday, another sunny one, a high, low 90s. 4th of July, we may see an isolated shower or storm, a high, low 90s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 65 days. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light.
Can't drink all day unless you start early.
Celebrate America's 250th anniversary with an ice-cold Bud Light.
Abraham, only man there, able to steer it to Adams, flicks it along Tillman. He's got Balogun making a run off him. Can he get around to that ball? To the deflection, Balogun scores. Slow Balogun, first to react to the deflection. He'll do the LeBron celebration. It's 1-0 U.S.
Live from the Bud Light Studios, produced by Christian Johnston,
With Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
this is The Morning Rush.
What'd you say earlier? That who would be impressed for holding that?
The late Whitney Houston
Whitney
probably couldn't hold a note that long. Yeah, she'd
Man.
be impressed.
The Telemundo broadcast there was
Yeah.
was quite entertaining. U.S. wins last night 2-0 over Bosnia. You get Belgium this Monday night at 7 o'clock on Fox. Going back to Seattle. They've played already. See if they can keep on rolling, win 2 straight for the first time, and little different format that we have in 2026 here in the United States.
You know, our friends at Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sody's, they stayed open for the watch party last night, kept the kitchen open. People gathered there to watch soccer, and I'm sure they'll do that as it moves forward. I know Monday's normally not a day they're around when they play again, but keep an eye out as hopefully the Americans advance. Uncorked will be there. You know, love Uncorked for a lot of reasons, but it's unique and it's different, and it's not like anything else in the region. From the decor that's got the barrel up at the top of the ceiling with the wine barrel to all the beers on tap, a wall of wine machines. They got a bourbon tap. You don't see that. The outdoor patio is second to none. Comfortable furniture. They got fire features in the wintertime. Don't need one of them right now, but TVs out there so you can keep up with whether it's World Cup soccer or the news of the day. It's just an unrivaled experience that you'll find at Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue. And if you need to have a meeting or a celebration or a get-together or a family dinner, they have private dining rooms that you can reserve as well for a baby shower, wedding shower, a boys' night out. They can do all of that for you because the atmosphere is just, it's anything but ordinary when you go to Uncorked. So check it out online, uncorkedtheport.com. You can watch some soccer there and the World Cup moving forward, and you can make it your next place for your next gathering at Uncorked, Phoenix Avenue and Lee Avenue. That's right next to Sody's in Fort Smith. Make reservations for the weekend. See menus and more online at uncorkedtheport.com.
All right, Ryan's phoned in from Springdale. He has some thoughts on a little soccer this morning. Ryan, go ahead. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey guys, so did I hear you say yesterday that you wanted to understand soccer better by the time this thing was over?
Yes, I did say that.
Okay, well I have a little something for you in that regard. So I went to a weekend coaching clinic a long time ago, and it was put on by this guy from Holland, and he was good, and he told us that the offense in soccer is run exactly the same way the offense in basketball is. You know, you take the top 5 guys, the attackers in soccer, and that's one little thing. I mean, that's one thing to look for.
That's helpful. Yeah, that's very helpful.
So yeah.
When do they stop for orange slices? Because my experience with soccer, I had shin guards when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and we'd stop every once in a while for a juice box and an orange slice. I never see those guys do this. So
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yes, you just clear out some space. You clear somebody out of the space. You run somebody fast into that space. Anticipate the run with the ball. You got an open shot right on goal, just like basketball, right?
Right. I see. You know, it's more physical. Well, I say the NBA Finals was pretty damn physical, but you know, there's some body checking. There's some. I see what you're saying. There's some screening people. I see exactly what you're talking about there.
And so that when they're passing the ball around by the defense, you know, when they're just passing it back and forth, that is pretty much synonymous with a football play being fixing to run, and any one of those guys can be the quarterback. When they're passing it around the back, they're just looking for a play to run.
So help me with this.
That was
Here's one thing I don't understand: the overage time. How do they calculate that? Is that when because there's all the time a player laying out on the turf like they've had a leg amputated, they have to bring a gurney out, all these things. How do they calculate how much overage time for the first half, and then at the end of the game, and then at the end of there's an extended period? How does overage get calculated?
Yes, sir. I've been a referee before as well, and I just kept track of it in my mind. Every time something would happen, I'd say, okay, there's 30 more seconds, and I would just keep reminding myself of that clock. So it's the referee's discretion, but nowadays they have the tools to help them out with it. I'm sure somebody's in their ear and all that. And it's
what qualifies for overage? What kind of stop do you need to say, all right, we need to add 30 seconds?
The clock on the game clock does not stop running.
Right.
So anything that interrupts that cycle is you're gonna tax them a little bit of time on whatever you. And if there's a play running, they'll let the play out. But there comes a certain time once it hits that clock, and I'm looking at my watch and I'm like, it's been 10 minutes. Okay, I'm blowing the whistle no matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
that's just me.
Thanks for the education, Ryan.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Hopefully they win on Monday night.
Great game last night. Oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
Let's keep it rolling. That's Ryan in Springdale, kind enough to educate us this morning. All right, that's enough soccer talk. Let's talk some football.
Woo, pigs, 4.5. I'm going the under, of course. Can they get to 5? I mean, it's not crazy. This is going to be one of the most difficult teams to peg with all the transfers they've got, new coaching staff and all that. But, I mean, if they lose at Utah, I'm cashing this one in early. Let's say they lose that one. I'm not saying they do. It's no guarantee. But if they lose to Utah, so they'll win the first one, of course. They'll beat Tulsa. So we got 2. Can we find 3 wins on here if Utah's not one of them? So, I mean, and even if you do beat Utah, now we got to find 2, which maybe we could do. Vanderbilt, maybe Carolina fired their coach. This is easy, but I think they set it low so that suckers would bet the over.
Welcome in, Michael Bradden, that SEC Mike, SEC podcast, kind enough to join us this morning. Mike, I know you're like, all right, I talk football all the time. I don't know if I can enter this soccer conversation. We'll stick to your bread and butter. That Utah week 2. It's a huge game. You're playing one of the better quarterbacks in college football in Dozier. I know Kyle Whittingham would have loved to take him to Ann Arbor with him, but he stayed put in Salt Lake. Just your thoughts on maybe the Arkansas's chances. And, Tommy, I think on Bet Saracen right now, they're only like an 8-point dog. They got that early line. I think that's right. So they're not his favorite. What do you think about? Yeah, what do you think about that game, Mike?
Only an 8-point dog. I mean, how the mighty have fallen. What are we talking about here? I mean, that's oh man, that's more than a touchdown. But again, I think I will hand it to you like this. I think Utah, all the pressure is going to be on them and their new coach, because he's probably going to be on the hot seat right out the 2 games into his career if he loses to Arkansas. So if nothing else, I mean, I think Silverfield is playing with house money, taking the team on the road to Utah. I don't think anyone's got respect for Arkansas, and nor should they. I mean, Arkansas's got to go out there and earn it.
When you think about Ryan Silverfield and the success that he had at Memphis coming to this school, I know he's been in the National Football League and had some other pit stops as well. If we're looking on the positive side of things, what would give you belief that he could succeed here in Fayetteville, Mike?
Well, he's beaten some pretty good coaches last time I checked, including some of the guys that we all, not all of us, but I know I do. I rate Golish and Summerall as quality coaches, but I know he's got a lot of wins against some big-time coaches, so I'll give him that. He's proven, I say it all the time, I would never, I don't care if you're Arkansas or Alabama, I would not hire a coach in this conference that has never been a head coach. And I know there's outliers. I mean, Kirby Smart was not a head coach, right? I think he's the best coach in the conference. But I just wouldn't do it because there's just – are Razorback fans, are any fans going to give a guy 2 or 3 years to learn on the job? I mean, I think that is asking way too much with how much money goes into this and the great fan support you get across this conference. So the fact that he has been somewhere and he has won consistently and built a program that admittedly didn't quite reach their goals, but they were a factor every year in their league. I mean, I think that serves Arkansas pretty well, that you're getting a guy in here that he's not coming in with training wheels like some of these other coaches.
You mentioned Kirby there, Michael. Being the best coach in the league,
I wouldn't argue that. But
how does the future of this league change with Nick Saban no longer producing the next head coaches across this league? That tree is no longer, budding off new coaches. Is Kirby the guy you hire from that tree now, or how does this league evolve? Because that was the hot thing for so many years, is to hire one of Saban's assistants, and more often than not, that worked out well.
Yeah, it didn't work out for Tennessee. We tried it about twice, but it did work out for some others. But maybe Kirby is that guy. I mean, obviously you guys had Sam Pittman. Shane Beamer comes from that tree. Monken now in the NFL as a head coach. Mel Tucker, of course, that ended in scandal. But yeah, I mean that's an interesting theory. One I had not thought about, but I often thought about Nick Saban and how he basically got everybody in the SEC to fire their coach at least once, and some of us like Tennessee to fire our coach 3 or 4 times to try to keep up with them, and nobody could. And it was pretty fascinating. So now that that's no longer in the conference, I think that is interesting, and I honestly think it's better because everybody was chasing a ghost. They were chasing in my opinion, the greatest college coach of all time, and while I think it hurts the SEC overall that he's not there anymore because we don't have that dominant figure, I think it helps the rest of the league kind of elevate, which is good for the fans, in my opinion.
And I don't want to get off in a rabbit hole here, but if it wasn't for Nick Saban and that $4 million salary that everyone could not believe back in 2007, we're probably not at a point where we have NIL yet, because everyone wanted to start keeping up, and they had, like you said, fire their coach. We got to a point where $4 million was unbelievable money. Now it's not even average money in this league, and you almost had to apologize for what you're paying the coaches when you weren't paying the players anything. You could trace all this back, in my belief, Michael, to Saban's first deal there when it came from Miami and $4 million. That's probably the seed that went in the ground to put us in the situation the sport's in now.
No, you're 100% right, and I get it why some fans get upset about the players making all this money, but I can, for the life of me, I don't understand why anybody points the fingers at these coaches, and more importantly, if we ever do cap what the players can make, and we probably can't do it because I don't think that's legal, but at some point we need to cap what these coaches. I hate the fact, what other business, it's twofold here, right? Where if you're awful at your job, you just make millions upon millions of dollars to not coach. How is that legal? I don't know. But more importantly, if you sign, let's say I don't know what Silverfield just signed, but let's say a 6-year deal, why can he leave after 1 or 2 years? I mean, if I have a contract where I work, I have to stay there. I think the fact that these coaches can just break their contract at any point, I think that's horrible for the sport, and that's how we get these astronomical buyouts. And I'm sorry if you got to stay at a job and make $6 million for 3 more years, Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cry for you. I think that needs to be addressed before any of this other stuff.
Yeah, I think Houston Nutt was making $1 million and change, and Saban made $4 million. I mean, it was just, and then it evolved into ADs had to make over $1 million. They were making good money, but $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year for most ADs, because they had to figure out how to spend all the money as the TV deals got bigger. And but we weren't going to give it to the players, and we weren't going to apologize. But it was almost like we had to apologize for what we were paying coaches and admins. Because we're not going to give either money to the players. And we came up with cost of attendance, and they still couldn't keep up with all the money that was coming in and how to spend it without giving it to the players. That's where we're at. So I just think it's interesting, and you trace it all back. And Nick Saban, kind of like Tiger Woods, made a lot of people money in golf and raised all the purses. Nick Saban's that same figure in this sport.
Right. Once you turn this into literally a multi-billion-dollar sport. I mean, there's so much money to go around. you can't just go away and not pay a large percentage of why people watch these games.
Michael Bradden with us, that SEC podcast here on the Morning Rush. Mike, in Nick Saban's final game, they lost to a big team that went on the national championship in Michigan. You've had two Big Ten teams in Ohio State and Indiana that have won since then. Where are you putting money on which conference to win the national championship this year? I'll give you all the teams from both. Who's more likely to win it all, the SEC or the Big Ten in football?
Oh, it's always SEC. How dare you ask me that? So I don't care that Michigan cheated and Indiana didn't play anybody. And Ohio State, they were good, but they couldn't even beat Michigan the year they won the national championship. So, I'll give it to the Big Ten. They've won 3 in a row. That's awesome for them. But I don't really get where these people. I think it's like casual people that say Big Ten is dominant. All I heard last year was Ohio State was the best team in the country. Did they win a playoff game? I'll tell you, no, they did not win a playoff game. So I don't think the Big Ten is. I think they have some really good teams, obviously, and they're going to have some really good teams again. But they don't go 10 deep like the SEC. And maybe that makes them better because they got 2 or 3 national championship contenders. I think the SEC's got 2 or 3 national championship contenders, maybe even more than that. So, no, I still think it's the SEC. And for my money, it's going to be Georgia. I think Georgia's going to win the national championship.
It's been 3 years. I know that Dogs fans in Athens and across Georgia are itching to get back on top. Ryan in Prairie Grove wants to know your thoughts on A&M. He thinks they're one of the teams to contend. Hogs, they got to go to College Station the first time since COVID year, and I guess the year before that, or the time before that, was Johnny Manziel. What's Marcel Reed and company and Mike Elko got in store for the SEC this year?
Yeah, they were kind of that one I was referencing. May go deeper than 4 or 5 to compete for a national championship. I think Coach Elko is. I think he's a top 5 coach in SEC now after just 2 years, and I think he's going to display that once again. I think it's. I wouldn't guarantee it, but I think A&M will. There's a good shot they're back in the college football playoff. Coach Elko always has great defenses, and you talk about Marcel Reed. I get why some people are questioning him. He's just far too inconsistent at times. If he can be consistent, he was so good against LSU. He got Brian Kelly fired. He went on the road and beat Notre Dame, and he put up over 400 yards of offense. If that Marcel Reed shows up week in and week out, then A&M can win the national championship.
Michael, who's going to be the Vanderbilt of the league this year? The team, I almost ask if there's an Indiana out there again that would surprise nationally, but let's just keep it in our conferences. I think Vanderbilt did better than anyone expected, but not a total shock. Who's that team that, they got a chance to be really good and maybe 2 wins better than expected this year?
Yeah, it's interesting. Someone asked me this yesterday as well, and the 2 teams that I kind of have pegged is South Carolina, who I know your audience knows well, Kendall Browse. I know he's maybe not the most popular guy there, but you have to admit when he was there, the offense did pretty well. And certainly when they went to Dan Enos, what a train wreck it was thereafter. So he's at Carolina. He's got a proven track record of instant impact. And if Carolina, they have a lot of pieces. I really like Lenore Sellers. He is the most pressured and most hit quarterback in Power 5 the last 2 years. So I don't know how to evaluate a quarterback that is getting hit more than any quarterback in the country. I think that's why they were so disappointing, especially on offense last year. So if they can turn around the offense, and I'm not saying they got to be one of the best in the conference, but just be confident, I think Carolina could be better than anticipated. And then the other team is Mississippi State, who I really like the fact that they brought Zach Arnett back as defensive coordinator after his failed tenure as a head coach. He was way over his head as a head coach in Mississippi State, but he actually was a very good defensive coordinator for them. Jeff Lebby's Mississippi State program, they've just been awful on defense. If they could just be average, I think Jeff Lebby and Mississippi State, I think they're really good on offense. So, again, playoffs, certainly not, but 2 or 3 games better than anticipated, I think that's possible for Mississippi State.
Mike, as we wrap you up, you want to know the one shining moment from Zach Arnett's tenure in Fayetteville?
7-3.
7-3 win in Fayetteville. one of the grossest college football games that we have ever consumed, and hopefully we never have to see anything like that again. Mike, it's good stuff as always, man. We'll see you in a couple weeks in Tampa.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
All right, SEC Mike, that SEC podcast, good stuff as always. You remember that game, Tommy?
Yeah. It wasn't exactly what you call a great defensive struggle. I don't mind a good, 10-7 football game if the defenses are elite, but that didn't fit that bill. Mike and all of our guests join us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Hey, celebrate freedom and fun during the red, white, and blue sale. It's on now at Burton Pools and Spas at any of their 5 locations. Doughboy Above Ground Pools, you can get up to $1,500 off on in-stock pools. If you want more of an in-ground feel, semi-in-ground pools start at just $199 a month, or create the ultimate getaway with an in-ground pool and enjoy a half-price tanning ledge with select packages. So stop by Burton Pools and Spas. I mentioned the 5 locations: Fort Smith, Greenland, Springdale, Hot Springs, and they're now in Joplin, Missouri as well. Online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
All right, so we were talking about Lucas Walden and his wife purchasing a 10% stake in the Chicago Bulls a little bit earlier. The other big NBA news, Jaylen Brown's been traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Colton, I know you've probably seen this. This is a big deal. Like, these are 2 rivals. You know how sometimes, like, you see big blockbuster trades, but rare is it that you send to someone that you know you're going to play in the playoffs or you've had recent spars or history with. This is kind of an interesting deal with a former finals MVP 2 years ago going to Philadelphia for Paul George and a couple picks.
Interesting.
Great trade for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, you think it? Yeah, I didn't understand it. Evidently, I think he's lost faith in that organization. Evidently, they've lost faith in him. So we'll see who's the victor in this in a few years.
Well, and I always find it interesting how they value what a trade picks, what a trade is worth in relation to future draft picks.
Yeah.
I always find that interesting. There's a chart somewhere, there's an algorithm somewhere. They have a way of doing it, but I always find it interesting. You're going to trade this guy now for 2 draft picks in 3 years from now. Well, how do you know what that's worth?
And how do you? And there's some guys that I see. It's like, oh, they commanded all that, and then there's other guys that it's like they didn't get more for him. So I'm like you, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Hey, time to get a good lunch in today before we hit the holiday weekend. And if you're like me, you're going to have a lot of barbecue. You're going to have burgers and dogs. So how about a good Tex-Mex meal today for lunch to kind of, just get something a little different in the system before we get going? Joe's Grill and Cantina, they're making fresh house salsa today. They've got a little, the original with carrots and the fresh veggies in it. They got a little hotter version I really like, and I like blending the 2 together. You can stop and try that out today as well. Their fajitas, the steak fajitas at Joe's Grill and Cantina, you're not going to find better steak fajitas than you'll find there. So stop in and see them today or sometime this holiday weekend at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Great Tex-Mex, even better service, 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps in Fort Smith.
I got our SEC update when we come up. We got a Fins fan here. Tommy, you don't have an NFL team, right?
An NFL team? Not really.
Okay.
I want to root for the Cowboys, but I just can't do it. They just let me down every time.
21 of the 50 states would prefer college football over the NFL.
I'm right there with them.
Which category are you in? We'll get to that in our SEC update when we come back.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
TEXASS.
This is the Morning Rush.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa with bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for availability.
The Solid Rock has been locally owned for over 46 years. When was the last time you were there? So much more than a bookstore. They have Christian t-shirts, church supplies, Bible studies, devotionals, home decor, gifts, and of course, a large selection of Bibles. And Bibles are engraved free of charge while you wait. Now, you can get custom laser engraving on select gift items and some Bibles. Located next to Sam's Club on South 74th, The Solid Rock is your source for faith-based books, music, clothing, and more. The Solid Rock, 452-4844.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
Is your business getting found online or getting lost in the crowd? Hi, I'm Christy Bedeau with ESPN Arkansas, and I'm here to help you get your products and services found in today's digital world. Not only do we offer connections to the loyal Razorback fan base, but we can help you build, maintain, and grow your online presence. From world-class websites to streaming video commercials, we create the campaign that allows you to be found online and on air. I can help you create a marketing strategy built around your goals that works. Call me, Christy Bedeau, at 208-3012 for a free needs analysis, and let's create a marketing plan that gets you found.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America. The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
But this afternoon is a day for the Razorbacks to celebrate. Arkansas wins the tournament.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Tommy, you've been invited to join Chiefs Kingdom from Ryan and Prairie Grove. He would love for you to jump on board.
I'm good with the Chiefs. I mean, I've been to some of their games. Nothing wrong with the Chiefs.
That is allowed.
I just don't have a team I live and die with.
Yeah, it's a loud stadium. Fantasy football.
I'm not anti-Chiefs.
No, it's a cool experience, and I know there's only a few more years you can experience Arrowhead. So, listen. Unless you're a Raiders, Chargers, or Broncos fan, you don't necessarily hate them with the burning passions. I think Patrick Mahomes is insanely fun to watch. He's an incredible football player. He's one of the most dynamic guys to ever throw a football we've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily going to go out of my way to root for those guys. All right, so reason why are we bringing this up? Well, if you missed the end of our last segment, 21 of the 50 U.S. states, mostly in the South and Midwest, according to Civic Science, favor college football over the National Football League. Arkansas is one of those states that predominantly favors the Razorbacks over any NFL teams. Now, if the Denver Broncos became the Bentonville Broncos, I'd be curious about that. But I want to know, does anyone in our audience favor their NFL team more than Arkansas football? Colton, for example. Colton, you like what?
I'm more of a Razorback fan. Every single one of their games is on TV every Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Then you are a Miami Dolphins fan. Our buddy Charlie Liggett I need to ask him this, if he's a bigger Dolphins fan or Razorback. Do you have any friends that favor their professional team over their college team?
Around here, no. I mean, now I have people that prefer their fantasy team.
Mm-hmm.
and that really, I think, has ruined you're a fan of players now.
Killed my fandom. Killed my Packers.
You're a fan of players and the way they perform, not necessarily a fan of the team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's something to that theory that people pay a lot more attention to stats and individual performances than they do, whether their team is good. You couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a Cowboys fan in the 90s around here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all changed over the last 30 years. If the Cowboys got good again, won a Super Bowl, were consistent, it'd be that way again. Mm-hmm. We are a closet Cowboys community, and there's still Cowboy fans here, and there's Cowboy haters here. But if the Cowboys were good, you get run over, people trying to catch the bandwagon.
Dan in Alma says he favors the Cowboys over the Hogs. Yeah. Jeff from Cameron, Oklahoma favors his Pittsburgh Steelers a little more than his Oklahoma Sooners.
I live and die with the Hogs a lot more than any NFL. I mean, I don't want to say I can take or leave the NFL. It's not that. But, I mean, if I have to choose one or the other, I'm definitely watching SEC football and the Razorbacks.
Gavin in Fayetteville says, if you are willingly a Raiders fan, you should be immediately taken to a psychiatric facility. They should not be allowed to walk freely among us.
Well,
go ahead.
I think it's really cool they're in Vegas now, because even if you're a fan of the Chiefs or you're a fan of the Broncos or another team in that division or whoever they're crossing over with in the NFC, Vegas is a cool place to go see your team play against the Raiders. So, I think a lot of people will go to Vegas over and have already to see their team play against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Dick and Rogers, I prefer to watch his Chicago Bears over the Razorbacks simply because they have won more recently. Caleb Williams definitely has Bears fans feeling some type of way. It's really hard to watch the Hogs continually get close and then find a way to lose. I will say, so blend that mindset that you have with the Cowboys fans. There is a lesser vigor and enthusiasm about Arkansas football recently because of trying times. But all you have to do is pop off 9 wins, and this place is a nutso house again. And by this place, I mean the state. Like, you want to, like, we talked about there's several seats available right now in Razorback Stadium that you could buy season tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Those things will go away pretty fast if they have a stellar season. Now, to expect Silverfield to win 9 games, you need to also go to a psychiatric ward. I'd be happy with 6. I'd be thrilled with 6 regular season wins.
Thrilled with 5.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like, all right, 5, that's a good 3-game difference from last year. But I think that same mindset fits when it comes to Arkansas football, Tommy.
5 would tell you you've made the right hire. That's all you're really looking for this year, right?
So does 4 mean you didn't? 3 mean you didn't?
Well, I mean, 4's a little less certain on that.
Okay.
But really, what do we want to know this year? You've hired the right guy. And I think if you win 5 games this year, you've hired the right guy.
All right, we're getting some good text on this. Nate in Bentonville, he's got a rough life. He's a diehard Razorbacks fan and Vikings football. He hates the Cowboys. They come at a tie at first. Let's see. Jesse in Springdale, Tommy, wants to know, you were talking about the Raiders earlier. How many people have gone to Vegas to just watch their team and miss the game because they couldn't pull themselves off the craps table or they stayed up too late?
Probably not many, because can you imagine what you spend on that ticket?
Oof.
You'd have to go. I mean, no way you could not go. So.
Graham says he would be a better person and husband if he didn't have to subject himself to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday.
Well, I mean, I get it. Being a Cowboys fan and a Razorback fan, there's a lot of similarities.
David,
what you're dealing with there.
David in Alma says he'll spend 12 hours watching college football on Saturday, and on Sunday he may check in and out, but he won't really sit and watch a whole NFL game. You know what I wish they do, and I know they've talked about it, and it's like a college football version of Red Zone. That's what I'd wish they do, because Red Zone on Sundays from 12 to a little after 7 is so great, and I wish they do the same thing for college football. And Fox, ESPN, NBC would all join together for the greater good of college football fans. But there's too much money involved.
Well, what channel are you going to put on?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Red Zone.
I understand. What channel is it going to? Is college Red Zone going? Because that means that's one less channel to put games on all day.
Yeah, you slap all 3 or 4 logos at the bottom, and you make good. I don't know what you call it, but you put all the network logos down.
You'd have to almost create. I mean, Disney and ESPN's the only one that could do this. How do you get Fox and ESPN to get along on that? Because you can't have they do this for baseball because ESPN owns all the rights for college baseball's postseason.
Yeah. Bases loaded.
Yeah, they do the bases loaded. I don't know how you do it for college football because the NFL can create that product because they own the product.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
I don't know how you do it in a fractured college football. I'm with you. It'd be an awesome product. I'd love to do it, but I don't know how you do it.
All right, that is your SEC update here on this Thursday.
All right, SEC update brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. Jackie and Matt and the team opened a law practice in their hometown 4 years ago, and they are really focused in on 3 primary areas: custody and high-conflict divorce cases. If you've been involved in a car wreck, and particularly with a big 18-wheel truck, they can take care of you. They know how to hold the insurance company's feet to the fire and make sure that that you get what you deserve when it comes to your vehicle and also compensation for your injuries. And if you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, let Jackie negotiate with a prosecutor to make sure your rights are protected as well. If you got trouble this 4th of July weekend, call Jackie Mock, 479-769-1505. 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
And happy birthday. It's Jackie's birthday today.
Yes, it is.
Wish her a happy birthday.
It is her birthday today.
All right, Ryan in Hot Springs got some thoughts. He's a Broncos and Razorback fan. Brian, go ahead. You're on the Morning Rush.
Hey, buddy. Good morning.
Morning.
So here's my thoughts. I'm definitely a college guy first and foremost, because for me, there's nothing more exciting than watching a local guy from, say, let's take Braylon. He's from Hot Springs, went to Benton, and now is a Razorback and has had some pretty good time. And if he goes off this year and has a heck of a year, I mean, that's the reason why I love college football, is watching our local guys and then just, explode, go do big things. Ryan Mallett, Tyler Wilson, Brandon Allen. You don't really get that on the pro level. And I did want to make a comment, too, before I get off. Y'all were kind of setting the limit of where we should be happy with wins and stuff. And before I say this, I'm not saying what I am saying is we shouldn't be setting a limit on wins, because you never know with who we bring in how things are going to go. You may bring in some X factor that could set the world on fire. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but say you put in, say this Chris Marshall guy decides to really put it all into this season and has a phenomenal year. What I'm saying is with the portal and who you bring in, you never know really what's going to happen. You could be this year's Indiana of Kurt Cinetti's first year. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not predicting that. But what I am saying is you can't predict the portal and what you're going to get out of it. That's all I'm trying to say.
What you want to be is Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's the better comparison.
I mean, you would love to be, but you need to be Vanderbilt before you can be Indiana. Indiana did not have a horrible season the year before. They built to get to that point. You need to be Vanderbilt. You need a Pavia to carry your team to 8 or 9 wins when you're expecting 4. And that's the season that would surprise everyone. 4 or 5 wins, get to 6. That's not going to be a huge shock. You get to 9, and we're all shocked this year what happens.
Right.
So you want to be Vanderbilt. You want to be Vanderbilt the last couple of years, not, Indiana's out of reach.
Well, and like I said, I just remember they kind of burst on the scene, which they had a weak schedule, and I understand that. but nobody saw them winning the 10 games they win. I'm not predicting that either. They just kind of busted on the theme of having a losing record, and then here they are.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be, and I'm not against the Vanderbilt comparison either. I'm just trying to point out that with the portal, you never know, and this is basically a totally different team than what we had last year. So I mean, you really don't know, and that can be exciting, and it can be kind of worrisome too at the same time.
Ryan, appreciate the call. Here's the problem, Tommy, with the Vanderbilt comparison. While I think it's great and I think it's accurate, he went 2-10 his first year. I'm talking about Clark Lee now. 5-7 year 2, 2-10 year 3, and 7-6 year 4. I don't know if Ryan or any coach lasts that long at Fayetteville with that record through 4 years. I don't know, and that's like because everyone just points to the 10-3 that they went last year and the upsets, but 4 years of that, you can do that in Nashville at Vanderbilt. I don't know if that works in Fayetteville in 4 years.
Yeah, because we have so many reasons to expect greater things.
I'm just telling you what the life expectancy. I mean, we did this.
We got to quit listening to the fans. And listen, they never get to 10. I mean, from the standpoint of we're back to firing a coach before he's ever coached a game. We're back to having these conversations on what the path is to this guy not making it. And Dabo Swinney's another good example of a coach that they held on to and greatness followed. You give up and you quit, and then the next thing you know, you're one shovel full away from hitting gold. You never know if you're quitting right on the brink of something successful. Administrators know based on how practices are structured, the way the departments ran, all the things we don't see. We just see a bottom line result. You knew with Chad Morris, he was in over his head if you were paying attention to practices, and you knew how the organization was ran. That's what admins look at a lot more than, winning matters. You got to win games, but you got to have structure. You got to have leadership. You got to have the ability to lead a staff, to lead players. Those are the things if he has this record, he's going to be fired. Well, what if you had fired a guy after a couple of 2-win seasons and Vanderbilt never gets a 10-win year? Sometimes you got to stick with it when you know the structure and the foundation's in place and you got good leadership in place.
Jason in Fort Smith says it makes me laugh to hear that we're aspiring to be Vanderbilt now.
Well, Vanderbilt is has passed Arkansas.
Correct. Who won the last time they played?
I mean, Vanderbilt's passed us as far as where they're programming. I mean, but my point of trying to be Vanderbilt is they shocked everybody the last couple of years in the SEC. Yeah. No one saw it coming. That's what I want. That's what I'm saying. No one's going to see Arkansas coming at 8, 9, or 10 wins. 8 wins, we'd throw a parade. And listen, you get to 9 wins, you're going to have a chance to be in the playoff in this league, depending on where your 3 losses occur. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you're going to have that season, but the Ryan's call was about being Indiana this year. Well, Indiana had a great season to set up last season. That is not going to be the case.
You mentioned Dabo Swinney, and we talked about the late Terry Don Phillips, who passed away in May, who got some flack for hiring Dabo and sticking with him. Like their term Clemsoning. Remember that was the thing for years, and they couldn't either beat South Carolina or they lost some crummy ACC school, and then netted 2 or 3 national championships. So sometimes it does pay to hold on. Other times it's better to cut ties early and just move on.
Hey, dental emergencies do not wait, neither should you. Valley Urgent Dental, they're going to be there this holiday weekend when you might need them the most. From a broken tooth to a painful infection or a crown that's come loose, Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are always ready to help. So don't wait till Monday following a holiday weekend and live in pain all weekend long. 479-235-5655 is their number. 235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental's located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Dental emergencies don't wait, neither should you. It's Valley Urgent Dental, 479-235-5655.
Dick and Rogers pointing out, remember we got here from a motorcycle wreck. I don't, it's not all on that. Like, people love to say that, but there's been plenty of mishaps, plenty of failures since.
That's been 15 years, almost 15 years ago.
That's
be 15 years ago next spring. I mean, at some point we got to get over that. That's just becomes an excuse. We've had time to dig our way out. We just haven't hired the right coach to dig our way out yet. Maybe you have this time. We don't know yet.
4th time's the charm. We're not counting John L. Smith, Bielema, Morris, Pittman. 4th time's the charm.
We even hired Petrino back and put him in charge. That didn't work. So, interesting.
Lunny took over as interim. Yeah, John L. Yeah, there's been several, in and out.
Yeah.
In and out.
All right, we'll come back and wrap it up. Halftime with Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, and Colton, who's in here with us for a little bit, all coming up here at 11 this morning. Gaston's White River Resort's ready for a big weekend, a holiday weekend that's on its way, and I know that you're thinking about the last bit of summer that's coming up, and that's where Gaston's can help you get that perfect weekday or weekend getaway. Guided fishing trips are always the star of the show at Gaston's. When you go to Gaston's, you can count on their guides taking you and your kids and your family or business clients or business teammates out for a great time on the White River. They can do that for you. 870-431-5202. Great restaurant that overlooks the river, pool, fitness center, all of it there. It's all in one place and everything that your family and friends will need as well. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
Watching game tape fires me up. Football's about details.
This is the Morning Rush. Dozy Place has been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years, and now they're offering smoked prime rib on the weekends. It's a limited supply, so get your reservations in early. Try one of their delicious appetizers or your choice of drinks from the area's largest selection of wine, beer, and liquor. Dozy Place open Tuesday through Thursday 5 to 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Follow them on Facebook for more upcoming features and events. Call 479-784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street in Fort Smith.
The paint store in Van Buren is still the place to go to when doing the job right really matters. Our unique line of Richards paint products was chosen by me to perform for you. This is Sue, and my 35 years of experience ensures you get the right paint and the right color. That's important to you and me. Thank you for your support. Come see what I'm talking about. 1414 Fayetteville Road, the paint store, Van Buren.
Drive smarter with a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle available only at Rath Auto Resources. We look all over the region for the best used cars. From there, they're inspected, reconditioned to our certified standards, and backed with a comprehensive warranty. And while the other guys might spring hundreds or even $1,000 in added fees on you at the last minute, our painless pricing and non-commissioned sales team ensure that you get a straight deal every time. Make the switch to a road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle and see why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith.
This 4th of July, celebrate our nation's 250th birthday at Greenwood's 2026 Freedom Fest. Sponsored by the Greenwood A&P Commission. Join us Saturday, July 4th from 4 to 10 p.m. for kids' activities, food trucks, craft and artisan vendors, and live music all night. Enjoy performances by Barrett Faber, Oreo Blue, and the Brandon Butler Band, plus a special fireworks show honoring Kelly Hendricks. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your friends, and join us on the town square. Freedom Fest, Saturday, July 4th. We'll see you there.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for two for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What'd you call me?
A meal for two for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Need more customers? I'm Lance Gregory with ESPN Arkansas. Let me help you grow your business with the power of radio and digital marketing working together. From radio advertising to targeted digital campaigns, I can help you reach the right audience, increase awareness, and drive results for your business. Let's build a marketing plan that fits your goals and gets new customers. Email me today at lance.gregory@hitthatline.com. Radio and digital sales combined, helping local businesses grow.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Join Lewis Automotive as they celebrate America's 250th celebration with the Pick One event, where it's your choice of a $250 gas card, an Arctic cooler, or a 2-year maintenance plan with the purchase of any new or used vehicle.
There's the final whistle. Seattle, we're coming back. Monday night of the round of 16. The United States, despite being down man for half an hour, has beaten Bosnia and Herzegovina and has moved on to the next round of the World Cup.
You know what the boys were blaring on the bus on the way back to the hotel last night?
Well, I knew it was Country Roads. What was the other one they played after that? But anyway, Country Roads was the theme. What was on the bus?
Was it Freebird, Colton? That was during the game. Yeah, Freebird.
Freebird was right after that. Another one, too, is a slower song, sing along. But
Weston McKinney was blaring Choosing Texas, walking up and down the bus with the speaker.
Ella Fellas.
Yeah,
So,
they're U.S.'s Ella Fellas.
there you
Round
go.
of 16, Monday night against Belgium. Let's go, fellas.
Hey, we were talking about fishing a minute ago at Gaston's. If you're out this weekend, get by the new Bass Pro Shops in Fort Smith. Check out the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops. You can customize any of the lures that they have available there. You can put your name on it, company logo on, or company name on it. You can put America 250 on it. You can choose the colors. You can basically design your own lure, and it's only a $3 upcharge. Do that yourself. Really cool deal. Make a great gift. Great company gifts as well. It's the Pradco store inside Bass Pro Shops, Bass Pro Shop Drive in Fort Smith. Be a good way to celebrate the 4th of July.
Speaking of the 4th of July, I don't know if ranch dressing's not a hot ticket item on y'all's table, on y'all's picnic table, is it?
Oh,
Tommy,
with the kids?
for the
Yeah,
4th?
they think it's a beverage.
Okay. Do you still? Are you going to need it? Did you have to buy some for this weekend?
I haven't bought any, but no, I'm getting ready. I've got my grocery list here. I do have to make a store run here in a little bit.
Well,
I need to put that down?
Yes, according maybe you and the airports across the United States, because the love for ranch dressing has gone worldwide. They have all these different people coming to the United States to watch the World Cup, and they are fascinated by the salad dressing and dipping topping. So, airports across the United States are putting bottles of ranch in, like, the gift shops and other things, and they're selling like hotcakes.
Huh. I mean, I thought I remembered having ranch dressing in Scotland, but I may not have paid. I didn't eat a lot of salads, I'll be honest with you, but I thought they had ranch dressing there. So
evidently, it's a new phenomenon for a lot of the people that are coming over.
Well,
ranch dressing, Hidden Valley bottles, just galore across.
Better than Hidden Valley. Hidden
What's
Valley's
the best
not very
one?
good. I don't know, but Hidden Valley's just, it's not the
Holden,
best.
what's the best one?
I like Newman's Own. That's
Newman's
my favorite.
Own?
It's good.
I
That
used to like-
lighthouse that's in the jar.
Can't be too
is
thick.
pretty good.
Can't be too thick and pasty.
I used to like the craft one back in the day. You don't like the craft
Back
one?
in the day? You're
Back in the-
31.
I don't have it in my fridge now. I was older. I'm older now.
What's
Older
in
now.
your fridge?
It's not in my fridge. I need to get a bottle, though. All right, that's going to do it for us. Halftime. Coming up next, Alyssa Orange, Matt Jones, and Colton Little on the way.
Hey, Fort Smith, have you seen the all-new Bass Pro Shop outpost on Bass Pro?